Hello, dear friends. Today we're turning simple chicken fillets into something golden, crispy, and hard to resist. Make sure subtitles are turned on in your language so you can cook along with us step by step. And if you love easy homemade recipes, subscribe to the channel and join our warm kitchen family from around the world. We start with 2 chicken fillets. Cut them into thin strips, not too thick, so they cook evenly and stay tender inside. Doesn't it already look delicious? Many people make this recipe once and then keep coming back to it again and again because it's quick, simple, and perfect for the whole family. Now place all the chicken strips into a large bowl. We're adding 2 eggs to make the meat soft and juicy on the inside. Then comes a little salt, black pepper, and some oregano for that warm, homemade aroma. Simple ingredients, but together they create wonderful flavor. Mix everything well so every piece is coated evenly. This is the kind of recipe that doesn't need expensive products or complicated steps. Do you enjoy meals like this? Easy, comforting, and full of flavor? Tell us where you're watching from while we prepare the next step together. Now add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This little step makes a big difference. It helps the chicken stay juicy inside while creating that light golden coating everyone loves. Mix everything carefully until the strips are evenly covered and the texture becomes smooth and creamy. Some of the best recipes are surprisingly simple, aren't they? No fancy tricks, just a few kitchen basics working together beautifully. If you enjoy recipes like this, give the video a like so more people can discover our cozy cooking corner too. Now pour in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Right away, the chicken takes on a deeper color and a rich, savory aroma. Mix everything well so every strip absorbs all that delicious flavor. At this stage, the marinade already smells wonderful. Next comes 1 spoon of sweet chili sauce. Just a little can completely change the taste, adding gentle sweetness and a tiny touch of heat. Stir again until everything is beautifully combined. Would you try this sweet and savory combination in your kitchen? Take 1 onion and cut off both ends. Then make a light cut along the skin. Look how easily it peels away in one piece. Such a small kitchen trick, but it saves time and keeps everything neat. Now finely dice the onion into small cubes. The aroma is already making this recipe feel warm and homemade. Before we continue, tell us something interesting. Which country are you watching from today? Our kitchen family keeps growing, and it's always wonderful to see friends joining from all around the world. Write your country in the comments while we prepare the onion together. Now heat a pan and pour in a little oil. Let it warm up gently, and then add the chopped onion. We cook it slowly until it becomes soft, sweet, and slightly golden. This is where the real flavor starts building. While the onion is frying, let's prepare some garlic. Take 5 cloves. Crush them with a knife first. This small step helps release much more aroma. And then chop them finely. Add the garlic straight into the pan. Just 2 minutes is enough. Don't overcook it, or it can turn bitter. Stir everything well and enjoy how quickly the kitchen fills with this rich, comforting smell. At this point, we bring back that beautiful fried onion and garlic mixture. Carefully add it into the bowl with the marinated chicken and eggs. You can already see how all the flavors are coming together. This is where the recipe starts to feel really rich and complete. Mix everything slowly and thoroughly so every piece of chicken gets coated with that warm, savory base. Next, we move to the pot with boiling water. Carefully lift the lid, watch out for the steam, and now we add 1 full cup of pasta straight into the boiling water. Don't forget a pinch of salt. It makes a big difference in taste. Stir gently so the pasta doesn't stick together. Now, let's move to one of the simplest but most important steps, the carrot. Take a peeled carrot and start by slicing it into thin strips. Keep your cuts even and steady. No need to rush. This is what helps the vegetables cook evenly later and gives the dish a nice texture. And now comes the final step with the knife. Turn those strips and cut them into small, neat cubes. It's a small detail, but it makes the whole dish look more professional and more beautiful when it's finished. Now we move back to the pan. Pour in a little sunflower oil and let it warm up gently. Then add the diced carrots. Spread them out evenly in the pan so they can cook properly. We fry them for a few minutes, just until they start to soften and release a light, natural sweetness. While the carrots are cooking, take 1 red bell pepper. Cut it carefully into small, even cubes. The brighter the pieces, the more beautiful the final dish will look. Keep the rhythm slow and steady. Cooking like this is not about rushing. It's about building taste step by step. And tell us in the comments, do you like adding bell pepper to your dishes, or do you prefer it without? Let everything cook together for about 5 minutes, stirring from time to time so nothing sticks and everything becomes soft and aromatic. Now add the chopped red bell pepper straight into the pan. Mix everything gently so the carrots and pepper combine into a colorful, fragrant base. This is where the dish starts to look really vibrant and full of life. And while it cooks, let's talk about mushrooms, one of the most interesting ingredients in cooking. We take about 200 grams of royal champignons. Here's a small secret. Mushrooms are like little sponges. If you cook them correctly, they absorb flavors beautifully. But if you overcrowd the pan, they release too much water and start to steam instead of fry. That's why good cooking is often about patience and space in the pan. Now slice the mushrooms. Not too thick, not too thin, just enough so they keep a nice texture after cooking. add them into the pan. Listen to that sound. That's the sound of real cooking starting. Mix everything together so the mushrooms soak up all those flavors from the vegetables. Let it cook slowly and watch how everything comes together into something warm, simple, and full of homemade comfort. Now let's add a little surprising twist to our dish. 2 pickled cucumbers. Chop them into small, fine cubes. It might sound unusual, but this is exactly what brings a bright, slightly tangy note that balances all the rich flavors in the pan. Add the cucumbers directly into the skillet and sauté them for a couple of minutes. The goal is to let them release some of their water and soften slightly, so their flavor becomes more concentrated and blends better with the vegetables. Now season everything with 1 teaspoon of salt and a pinch of Italian herbs. This mix brings warmth, aroma, and that classic homemade Mediterranean touch. Stir everything well so the flavors combine evenly. And now it's time for the pasta. Add the cooked macaroni straight into the pan. Gently fold everything together, making sure the sauce, vegetables, and pasta come together into one balanced, comforting dish. This is the moment where everything transforms. Separate ingredients become a full meal. Simple, but incredibly satisfying. Now everything is ready and beautifully combined in the pan. Take a glass baking dish and carefully transfer the mixture into it. Let it fall in gently so we keep all that texture and flavor we've built step by step. Spread it evenly across the dish and fill it only halfway. Now let's prepare the next layer of flavor. Add about 20 grams of butter to the pan and let it slowly melt. Watch how it becomes smooth and golden. This is the base that will make the meat even more tender and rich. Now, take the marinated chicken mixture and transfer it into the pan. Spread it out evenly so every piece gets direct contact with the heat. And now comes the special touch, smoked paprika. Just a small amount is enough to completely transform the dish. It adds a warm, slightly smoky depth that makes everything taste more complex and homemade. Now it's time to bring everything together. Carefully add the meat on top of the pasta layer in the glass dish. Spread it evenly so every bite will have a perfect mix of juicy chicken and tender macaroni. Next, take 2 yellow tomatoes. Slice them into rounds first, and then cut those slices into small cubes. This way they keep their shape, but still release their sweet, fresh flavor when baked. Now scatter the tomatoes over the top of the dish. Look how bright and colorful everything becomes. Now, let's finish our dish with the most comforting layer. Take about 150 grams of mozzarella and grate it finely. You'll already see how soft and delicate it becomes. This is what will give us that perfect, melted, stretchy top. Sprinkle the cheese generously over the entire dish. Don't be shy here. A thick layer will melt beautifully and create that golden, creamy crust we all love in baked meals. And now for a small finishing touch, sesame seeds. Just a light sprinkle on top adds a subtle nutty aroma and a nice visual contrast once everything is baked. Place it inside and bake at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. While the main dish is baking, let's quickly prepare a fresh little salad on the side. Take some young radishes and wash them well. Then gently peel them if needed. This helps remove any bitterness and keeps the taste clean and soft. Now slice the radishes into thin half moons. Keep them light and even. This simple cut makes them look beautiful and very fresh in the bowl. This small step brings a refreshing contrast to our warm baked dish. It's that mix of hot and cold, rich and fresh, that makes a homemade meal feel complete. Do you usually like adding a fresh salad with baked meals, or do you prefer eating everything warm together? Tell us in the comments. We always read them. Now let's add some color and freshness to our salad. Take cherry tomatoes. I'm using yellow and green ones today, and they truly have a unique, slightly sweet and refreshing taste. Have you ever tried colored cherry tomatoes like these? Slice them into small rounds, just like you see here. Now, let's continue building our fresh salad. Take a red bell pepper and slice it into thin strips, just like in the video. Keep the cuts even and light so the pepper stays crisp and fresh. Add it straight into the bowl with the radishes and tomatoes. Next, let's open a jar of olives and black olives. Take them out carefully and slice them just like you see on screen. This small step helps spread their flavor more evenly through the salad. Now add them into the bowl as well. Take mini mozzarella and simply cut it in half. Soft, creamy, and delicate, it will make the salad more gentle and balanced. Add it into the bowl right away. Next, chop some green onion. Keep it light and simple, just small pieces. It adds a fresh, slightly sharp flavor that brightens everything up. Take half of a head of iceberg lettuce and slice it thinly. Iceberg is very special because of its crunch. It stays fresh and crispy even after mixing. Add the iceberg into the bowl. Add just 1 teaspoon of salt. Next comes 2 tablespoons of yogurt. And now add 1 spoon of mustard. Mix everything very well. Take your time here. Make sure every piece of vegetable, cheese, and olive is lightly coated with the dressing. Now the moment we've been waiting for. Let's take the dish out of the oven. And tell us honestly, would you share this dish with your family or keep it all for yourself? If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. It helps our kitchen family grow and allows us to share more easy, homemade recipes from around the world. Thank you for cooking with us today. See you in the next recipe.